Hey guys, how you doing? And welcome to this trade recap playlist. So I put this playlist together because I'm a firm believer in it doesn't really matter what strategy you use to enter and trade the market. I found what truly matters is when you start trading the live market and all the fun psychological games that come with it. Things such as like revenge trading, FOMO, greed, bit of patience. I've been fortunate enough to be trading now for about 5 years, full time for coming up 3 years. I found that throughout these 5 years, I've learned so much from trading the live market, and my favourite thing about trading is that I continue to learn. I've only scraped the surface, I know it. Every time I step onto the charts, I learn something new. Whether it be about the charts, whether it be like a mirror into my own psyche. And I saw it as a bit of a blessing that midway through last year, I went back to week one, day one. I had no capital in my personal trading account, and I also lost my funding. And I saw it, as a blessing that now I can record every trade that I take, every lesson that I learn, not just for my own benefit, but hopefully to help you guys too. So maybe we don't have to make the same mistakes twice. You can just learn from my mistakes and become more consistent, profitable traders, because that's the plan, right? And also the good times as well. You know, there's a lot of real nice parts of trading. For now, I've timestamped these videos down the bottom with the intro, this waffle, so you don't have to listen to this every time, thank God. The actual video breakdown of the trade itself, the entry criteria diagram as well, and also the proof of these trades. I want to be completely transparent with you guys and share every single trade that I take, and I'll be taking screenshots of my broker, of my personal broker, of my FTMO account and my trade copiers, so you can see that every trade that I show you is every single trade that I take. I really hope this channel helps you, and I enjoy making the videos. They actually really help me as well. And if you do like them, please give it a like, give it a subscribe, all that good stuff. And I really look forward to seeing you guys on the charts. Take it easy, bye. Morning all. So here we are on the charts to break this trade down, and as per, we are the next day. So I'm just going to mark the high of the 15-minute time frame of where we were starting to look for shorts from. I'm actually just going to mark this high here first, because I want to just go through a quick little trade of why I didn't take this one, but I was almost there. And simply, we were in a strong level of daily supply, we were in a strong level of weekly supply. 4 hour, we weren't quite. Oop. Where is she? There she is. What are you doing over there, Mush? No, 4 hour we were kind of coming up into it. Maybe it was a little bit lower down. Let's go on to the 15-minute. I think maybe that's. Oh yeah, this was it. So I wanted to see really strong confirmation here, because this is really, really nice price action. And that's why I had this marked down as sexy. But I was looking for this one because that point of interest and swept liquidity, mitigated order flow, and this is mitigating some strong order flow over here as well. This one here, this buy to sell, hasn't swept any liquidity, which is part of our entry criteria. So I was like, wow, this is starting to look nice. It's an Asian sweep, it's into the London session, strong weekly, daily, 4 hour points of interest. But because this hadn't swept liquidity, I wanted to see a lot stronger entry model. I'm just going to pause to get back to where we are because we're a little bit. So this is where that's reacting from this point of interest that hasn't swept liquidity. Still nice, still in stacked levels of supply. You know what I mean? That's pretty purple. That's lights on for shorts. But if we go down to our lower time frame here, this is the Asian market. So we're also getting an Asian sweep as well, which is nice. But if we can have a little look at demand, right? We've got demand order flow. Little spoiler alert, this is actually a loss. And I'm going to put this one down to we had strong demand order flow. Right, and yeah, we'll get into the actual trade in a minute. But the reason I didn't take this first trade is because, yeah, we had demand order flow, that's sweeping liquidity. Come here, little dude. Oh, this ain't going to work, is it? We'll just move that one. Go away. Swept all this liquidity and broke the high, dropped inducement, swept the inducement, mitigated this, was going long. So I was like, demand's looking pretty strong as well. And we are obviously sending it for longs. I'm trying to give myself a tap on the back basically because there is our chalk. I'm going to go through this quick because I didn't take this trade. But I'm just saying how things can look nice on the lower time frame, but try not to be so. Well, I was happy that wasn't like just steaming shorts. You know, I was aware that demand had a good push as well. I like this where it gone up, mitigated the level of supply, failed to break, then broke up, and then we're mitigating that demand order flow. Remember I said when supply had all the opportunity in the world to continue short, where sweeping liquidity, mitigating and failing, and demand still breaking its serve, and going long, and then we're mitigating that and going long. So this little Asian sweep, chalk, flip, high time frame level of supply was looking nice with inducement, had everything we like to see, but the fact that our 15-minute point of interest hadn't swept liquidity kept me out of this trade. And she was almost tempting to like chase it, you know, because we did get a bit of reaction. But yeah, anyway, well done, Martin. Stayed out of one loss there, so I was happy with that. But yeah, I want to show some examples sometimes of when, you know, the market can look tempting. You know, this is why our entry criteria and our entry plan is there. We want to tick every box. You know, if one box isn't ticked, it's there for a reason. You know, I've got that part of my plan for a reason, and it's to keep us out of losses like this. So I was pretty stoked with that. Anyway, let's get on to the actual trade itself. So I was watching this. Obviously, we've had this kind of price action. We're building a bit of liquidity before coming up into our so sexy point of interest. So I will. Is this where we were? Yeah, this is where we're looking for shorts from. So again, just going to mark the high of this area now because this is where we took the trade from. I'll go to the daily. Hence why it was a loss. That lovely big green badger there hadn't happened yet. So we're just playing from the high of this blue line, yeah? And the daily, what I was looking at. Obviously in this extremity of this strong point of interest, that is a buy to sell that had dropped liquidity before a flip of a strong level of demand. Yeah, so this point of interest is looking very strong. Swept liquidity as well, mitigated this badger over here for a bit of order flow. And I've got this down as actually type B, Bravo for inducement. The fact that it's come up, tapped this point of interest, failed to break a low, so seeing this as, yeah, type B inducement to be swept. So what we're looking at here, let me do a little diagram. Let me do a better diagram. So this is our point of interest we're looking at. Tapped it, gone short, and the algorithm's probably seeing that there's a lot of trades and a lot of orders that are backing this short here, therefore has their stop loss above it. So she just wants to come up, sweep those orders, and actually mitigating a stronger point of interest to the left, and then shooting off. Again, we don't know if it's going to melt off from here, but we just want to play a reaction and see if that will work. And also, there's traders who will have their orders set on, if this high is broken, they're going to be breakout trades will be triggered in, and their stop losses will be below the previous low. So then the algorithms will want to come back down and sweep out these orders. So I really like this kind of setup, you know. So yeah, there it is there. So orders above this high for all the trades that are going short. Algorithms come up, sweep these orders, take out the stop losses, mitigate this stronger point of interest. And then anybody who's got their breakout trades going long, once this high is broken, will have their stops underneath this low. Then the plan was that the algorithm will come back down, take out these stops, and either continue or then continue longer. But obviously not at this time. But there's the higher time frame trade idea. And as I showed before, we're now mitigating. I mean, that's so nice. I love this big wick mitigation of demand, sweeping liquidity, opportunity to continue, got all the fuel it needs to go long, but fails. Supply breaks and goes, and she swept liquidity. She's dropped her inducement. Excuse me one sec. Dropped her inducement and melted off. So this is where we're playing from. Very sexy. I love this 15-minute point of interest all day long. In our daily supply, in our weekly supply, she's looking nice. Again, Asian confluence. So we've had the Asian sweep. The previous liquidity sweep on the 15-minute was this high. Okay, so any breakout traders here will now be triggered in to this long move with their orders below the previous low. So we're looking at now the market has swept all the orders that were backing the short moves. They've come up, swept all those orders, collected that liquidity, then they're looking for the next bit of liquidity. So yeah, let's quickly, I forgot I stopped doing this. So high time frame narrative, yeah, B-type liquidity, holding from a strong point of interest, strong order flow, weak order flow from demand. Let's go through that. We're here, why not? Not really, actually. Strong order flow from demand. Mitigation. We're leaving for this to come back to hopefully tap into, or down here. Or this could happen in 2030, you know what I mean? There's orders here to be collected. We don't know when. Might never. But there is room to come back to there. But yeah, actually pretty good demand order flow. Whoops. Right, mid-time frame narrative. Have we swept the correct mid-time liquidity syncing with a higher time frame liquidity sweep? So yeah, we got our 15-minute sell side liquidity sweep to match all our weekly, daily, 4-hour liquidity sweep short as well. Create a flip, yeah, lovely flip. Does it have order flow? Yeah, lovely order flow. Asian session, Asian sweep, yep. In a kill zone, Yep, and that's actually a bonus. That is between 4:30 and 5:30 as well. We'll go through this new lesson that I've learned as well. Is see how this is the London here, mitigates, pushes long. Sometimes we can get like a fake out on the London session of where everyone's seeing, right, London's open, we're going long, and then like an hour or so into it, it actually reverses. Ooh, see Wonderboom. And reverses on us. So this was like an hour into the London. It's like the fake out of getting everybody wanting to go long and then actually reversing. So I really like this time as well. Around 4:30, it's nice to start seeing reversals. A little bit later, it actually happens at about 5. Maybe something else to look at. But anyway, there's a lot of things what are looking juicy, and I'm taking this all day long. Now, the lesson to take away from this is, as I said, on a high time frame here actually. This is why I love doing these trade recaps, you know, saying this out loud and looking at it with fresh eyes the next day is it's pretty cool to do. And I highly recommend doing this for any good traders out there to recap your trades, you know, dig deep. Probably do it with a fresh set of eyes the next day when you know there's no emotion attached to it anymore. You've settled down, you're ready for a new day, fresh start, and you've got no bias in your trades. Yeah, I learned a lot from doing these recaps, and I hope you guys are learning too. But look, I said down here I wouldn't take this trade because we had demand order flow. On the higher time frame, we've actually got demand order flow intact. I did actually mark this down after the fact. We've got demand order flow, swept, flipped supply, mitigated, pushing long, swept, flipped supply, going long. So this was something to be aware of. If this didn't get mitigated, maybe supply could have had a chance. But the fact that that got tapped and got a strong reaction like that, I reckon looking back at this now, should have kept me out of this trade. I'm looking at, we got the chalk, we got the flip, we got another flip, we got inducement. It is fitting all our criteria, and supply does have a strong case. But demand has a very strong case as well, and she's coming up with some momentum. So, you know what? I'll still take this all day long because it fit my plan. If this melted off and I wasn't in it, that would have been one of those ones like, dickhead. You know what I mean? So I don't mind taking a hit now and then. But again, this is something was not part of my plan, and it could be something to keep an eye on. If we're getting strong demand order flow, then maybe it's something to pay attention to. Room for improvement, room for improvement. Anyway, so we got all this inducement, liquidity sweep before our point of interest. Let's get down to the 5 seconds. You know it's not one of my trades if we don't go down to the 5 seconds. I like that. That's a real nice flip. That's a strong buy to sell. Left in balance if you play that kind of stuff. Dropped the inducement just before it. I just thought this would be nice. All this had order flow and had been mitigated. And yeah, I set my entry to start from here. I think it was 665. I had it placed there and covering the high. Let's get her up. There she was. So I actually got filled at 663, but I had it really in this point of interest here, covering high nicely with 4 pip stop loss. Wow, 4.4. Got filled a little bit different, obviously. I'm doing this on the 5 seconds because it had a very nice reaction. Pause. Stop. I mean, I saw this, so we got tagged in, and then look, she got like a gap. She belted down from this point of interest. I was a bit like, nice. Does she melt off again? Yeah, and she does it again. Anyway, so I walk away, set the alerts, do all the good stuff, and the alert triggers me when there's a loss. So I think just the demand order flow here is just too strong, you know, and we are coming up with some heavy momentum, and yeah, that was the trade. But again, I'll take that all day long. No, it completely fit the plan. We are in a very strong level of supply, but yeah, strong level, strong reason for demand to hold serve to keep going long. Happy days. Hope that helps, and I look forward to seeing you guys on the next recap. Cheers. Bye. Cool. We'll just have a little look at the proof of trades as well. Here we are. So 23 minutes past 12 at price 663. 23 minutes past 5, which is the exchange time, at 663. Stop loss was 707. Stop loss 707. Got taken out at 42 minutes past 12. About there, I reckon. There we go. 42 minutes past 5. Exchange time. And yeah, for minus 1%. For FTMO. So yeah, to show this is on our live FTMO, check out the figures there. Check out the old figures there. Oh, how good is it that FTMO have just released no more trading day periods. You can take as long as you want to pass the challenge and verification. Remember that massive drawdown I was in before? And I was kind of playing the psychological blame, if you like, for myself as well. That was rushing trades because we had the time limit to do stuff. That is huge from FTMO. That you can now just trade whenever the market presents an opportunity. You don't have to be like, I've only got a few days left. I've got to like squeeze in a trade or double my risk or, you know, go for some Hail Marys. Just trade normally, and what will be will be. As long as you don't go into minus 10 drawdown, doesn't matter how long it takes. You know what I mean? If you're consistent and profitable with some good risk management and good risk to reward ratio, then plan is you'll eventually pass the challenge and the verification and funding. Oh, so excited about that. That's awesome. So it might be soon that we start seeing, I'll put on the trade copy a challenge as well. Might be time to go for another challenge. But for now, just the live account. And that is the proof. You. Cool guys. Happy trading. Have a great day. And I'll see you on the next recap. Take it easy. Bye.